Have you ever heard of a teenage girl who changed history?
No.
Then let's learn more about it through my speech. I ask you about this question because my topic is about the girl who shouted for freedom. She had no power and no weapons, only a strong heart and a brave voice. Her name was Ayoung. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayoung. Today, I want to share the powerful story of Ayoung. She lived in Korea during a very hard time when her country was under foreign rule. She was only 16 years old when she stood up for her country's freedom. Even when others were afraid, she found the courage to speak out. So today, I'll talk about who Ayoung was, how she did for her country, what happened to her, and why we still remember her today. So first, who is Ayoung? Ayoung was a Korean high school student. She was studied at Ilha Girls' School and born in 1902. She was known for being smart, kind, and full of spirit. Even though she was young, she deeply cared about her country. At that time, Korea was under Japanese rule, so the Japanese government controlled the people, their language, and even their lives. So it was very hard time. In 1919, many Koreans decided to protest through a peaceful movement called the March 1st movement. Ayoung saw what was happening and wanted to help. She was only 16 years old, but she believed her voice was very important. So she made a brave choice to join the fight for freedom. Now, I'll talk about her actions and courage. After her school closed, she went back to her hometown in Cheonan. But she didn't stay silent. She planned a protest in her village on March 1st, 1919. There, so she talked to students and even adults, encouraging them to join. Because of her leadership, hundreds of people gathered. She was only 16 years old, but she stood in front of the crowd and led the protest. So the Japanese police were angry. They broke up the protest and arrested Ayoung. So after that, they took her to prison. In there, she was tortured because they wanted her to give up, but she didn't. Even in jail, she shouted, "Korea will be free." Her body was weak, but her spirit stayed strong. At just 17 years old, she died in prison. Ayoung's story was not. Ayoung died young at only 17 years old, but her story did not end there. Even after her death, people remembered her courage. She became a symbol of Korea's fight for independence. Her name was written in history books and statues were built to honor her. Each year, Koreans remember her on March 1st, the day of the protest. She showed the world that even young people can be brave. Even without weapons or power, her voice made a difference. Today, her story still gives strength, not only to Koreans, to people around the world. Ayoung's dream was not just for her time. It is a dream we can still carry today. A dream of freedom, courage, and never giving up. Ayoung's story was not just about the past. It's about what we can do what we can do with courage and belief. She was only a student, so she had no title, power, or money. But she had a voice, and she used it. She stood for her country's freedom, even it was dangerous. She was strong, even though even she was strong, even though she was alone. Today, her story reminds us something very important. Even one person can make a difference. Even young people can breathe. We don't have to be perfect to stand up for what is right. So we just need to care and not be afraid. Thank you.